to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. We here at UUFNN are growing not just in numbers, but in our faith that by being and working together, we can bring about justice and build a compassionate community. It is a joy to see each and every one of you this Sunday as we connect on Zoom for a time of reflection and introspection, as well as here in the Great Hall. We welcome all to be part of this regardless of racial identity, ethnic background, age, economic circumstances, educational achievement, judicial history, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. UUFNN is about compassion and support, not judgment. I'm Bill Miller. Personal pronouns, he, him, his. Personal passions, climate change, social justice. It's my pleasure to serve as your worship associate this morning for our celebration of gratitude service, led by Shun Ma, Carol Sorensen, and Sam Hunt. Today's service is a multi-platform event combining in-person and online, coming to you live from inside and outside UFNN. Great room. If this is your first time visiting with us, welcome. We're glad to have you join us. If you're online, feel free to contact the office or our website for more information. You can also click on the link in the chat box and fill out the newcomer form and sign up for our newsletter that will keep you informed of all the activities at UUFNN, and there are many. If you are here in person, please see one of us to get you to someone who can give you that information. Please note, due to the multi-platform nature of this service, there will not be a formal offertory time today. We do welcome your offerings. Keeps the lights on, cameras rolling. So here's how you can give. If you are present in person, please drop your offering in one of the receptacles there in the front corner or there by the rear exit. If you are following virtually, please text 73256. That's 73256. Type in UUFNN in the message box and hit send. Or you can also mail a check to the office here at 780 Del Monte Lane, Reno 89511. Today's Share of the Plate recipient will be Red Equity, a nonprofit combating period poverty. You can find out more at redequity.org. Regrettably, COVID is still with us, so if you're in person, please follow safety protocols. Wear a mask, indoors or out. Stay 3 feet apart for each person or household group. Only 2 in the restroom at a time. Congregate outdoors. And, so countercultural for us, no direct hugging, just air hugs or elbow bumps. When you go into the Great Hall, please let the greeter guide you to your seat. For those of you meeting on Zoom, please note that you can update your name on screen, which helps everyone know who you are. Note that you will remain muted during the service, but you can use the chat box for comments, especially during the prayer and meditation sessions. As a courtesy, please refrain from posting announcements while folks are presenting. Following the service, I invite you to join us for a coffee hour where we will break into small virtual groups to visit face-to-face. If you are here in person, you can congregate outdoors for coffee and conversation. Again, I'm Bill Miller, your worship associate for today's service. Thank you for still being here with us and enduring my litany of rules, regulations, procedures. That's it. Let the service begin. now we begin our call to worship with a reading from Denise Levertov. An awe so quiet, I don't know when it began. A gratitude had begun to sing in me. Was there some moment dividing song from no song? When does dew fall begin? When does night fold its arms over our hearts to cherish them? When is daybreak? I missed my cue. Chalice lighting. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to speak the truth in love, and to help one another.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
This morning's reading is from Rebecca Parker, called Choose to Bless the World. Your gifts, whatever you discover them to be, can be used to bless or curse this world. The mind's power, the strength of hands, the reaches of the heart, the gift of speaking, listening, imagining, seeing, waiting. Any of these can serve to feed the hungry, bind up wounds, welcome the stranger, praise what is sacred, do the work of justice, or offer love. Any of these can draw down the prison door, hoard bread, abandon the poor, obscure what is holy, comply with injustice, or withhold love. You must answer this question: what will you do with your gifts? Choose to bless the world? The choice to bless the world is more than an act of will, a moving forward into the world with the intention to do good. It is an act of recognition, a confession of surprise, a grateful acknowledgement that in the midst of a broken world, unspeakable beauty, grace, and mystery abide. There is an embrace of kindness that encompasses all life, even yours. And while there is injustice, anesthesia, falling asleep, or evil, there moves a holy distance, a holy disturbance, a benevolent rage, a revolutionary love, protesting, urging, insisting that what is sacred will not be defiled. Those who bless the world live their life as a gesture of thanks for this beauty and this rage. The choice to bless the world can take you into solitude to search for sources of power and grace, native wisdom, healing, liberation. More, the choice will draw you into community, the endeavor shared, the heritage passed on, the companionship of the struggle, the importance of keeping faith, the life of ritual and praise, the comfort of human friendship, the company of earth, the chorus of life welcoming you. None of us alone can save the world. Together, there's another possibility waiting. Now we offer 3 reflections on gratitude. The first, on video, is Shun Ma.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sean Ma. Reverend Karen Foster said that I seemed the kind of person who has a lot of gratitude. She asked, what was I most grateful for? After a moment, I responded with, I'm most grateful for my peace of mind. And of course, she asked that I share that with you today. I really appreciate being able to feel a sense of peace. Living in this country, in this city, in this decade, and at this time in my life is really a wonderful blessing. My family is safe and is doing as well as can be expected. Bobby and I, my wife, have our health and some level of financial security, and we're retired. I don't want to ever take any of that for granted. However, things seem to change constantly, and the pace of change keeps getting faster. The desire to keep up, to stay abreast, to be involved, to make a difference for fear of being less than, brings up unwanted stressors. And of course, life happens, bringing all the things that you cannot control or change. I'm sure I'm not alone in feeling like this. I'm also sure there are many, many other people struggling with unfortunate circumstances that I could not even begin to relate to, much less deal with. I was watching a TV show recently where a 70-plus-year-old hippie exclaims, be grateful for the good things that happen in your life and be grateful for the bad things too. She said it with such conviction that I had to squash my cynicism and my snarky comeback and think about why what she said resonated with me. In my sect of Buddhism, there is a concept known as Hendoku Yaku, which translates into changing poison into medicine. While it's in the vein of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, or every dark cloud has a silver lining, it goes much deeper. It requires that you really take a hard look at your life, not so as to add more misery to what is already a terrible situation, but to take stock, to ask yourself, why is this happening? And most importantly, how can I see this as somehow benefiting my life instead of being upset or angry with it? To be honest, as enlightened as it may sound, it is really hard to put into practice. I think I've only managed to do it 2 or 3 times. And each time it was when I was struggling most in my life. I'm grateful for the peace of mind, my peace of mind, and even more grateful when faced with adversity to change poison into medicine and find that peace again. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Sean. Second will be Sam Hunt.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sam Hunt. I apologize that I'm not in there today. I'm feeling under the weather, so I'm coming to you from home. Today, I will be talking about my own gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful or appreciation for something and returning kindness. We often give a list of what we are grateful for, but today I wanted to go deeper. I'm grateful for my house, not just for a house or the 4 walls, but what is inside. The pandemic has led us to stay home more and reevaluate our daily lives and our daily routines. What we knew of our lives before had now completely changed. So home means so much more to me. It is where I work from, where I attend school, see my friends, family, often through Zoom, where I get to watch movies with my wife and my fur babies. It is where everything in my life happens, which means it has also become a place that is more hectic, where free time has almost diminished. School is obviously overwhelming. Work, school, work has now become the routine of my life. So how is this gratitude? I'm grateful because these 4 walls have taught me to become more humble, patient, kind, resilient, reflective, and has reminded me about the importance of self-care. This year has brought me joy. We were able to have our wedding, which had been postponed because of the pandemic, met new friends, and create new family. I am grateful that I wake up in the morning and have a warm bed to fall asleep in at night. I am very grateful that I took a leap of faith and embarked on a journey to become a chaplain, that I met this great community, that we are here today sharing these moments of our lives. My biggest gratitude goes to my wife. She has been my biggest fan, my biggest support. Through these times of uncertainty, she has walked by my side without question or doubt, while she fights her own battles. I'm extremely thankful to have her by my side and look forward to our lives together. Gratitude is more than a word or description of things in our lives. It's actions, behaviors, emotions that all fill our hearts with love. It is what makes us who we are, the ability to see the world in lightness and not darkness, to see the good and not the bad. It is the glue that holds us together and makes us whole. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Sam. And for the final reflection, Carol Sorensen here in the Great Hall. Thank you, Carol.
Hi, as you heard, I'm Carol Sorensen. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Many years ago, I worked at a place that had a birthday tradition of offering wisdom you gained over the previous year. I naturally, on my birthday, said always wear comfortable shoes. On a more spiritual level, my coworker said, count your blessings before you go to sleep, one for each year. Probably better than counting sheep. That has stuck with me as an excellent piece of advice, although I have not always stuck to that particular practice. I try to live with an attitude of gratitude, and I've been known as the silver lining girl. Certainly, these years of the pandemic have tested that ability, but the silver linings are there, and yes, I am so grateful for them. This November has been especially poignant, with Soren passing his 2-year mark of living in New Zealand. I am so thankful to New Zealand for being and treating him and his partner so well. My son Philip's 20th birthday, I am grateful that I was lucky enough to have such talented and interesting children, and of course my husband. And the passing of our dog Arthur, who is a link to my dear friend Cullum, who passed away in March. I am grateful to have had the opportunity to love so deeply and be deeply loved in return. G.K. Chesterton said, "I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought, and gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder." Another thing that has made me grateful for the past 14 and a half years, but particularly in these pandemic years, is this community that I am so proud to serve at, and this faith that encourages me to grow and question. I see in many ways that most of you don't, people stepping up to the challenge of the time with their hearts, minds, and love. The creativity of the auction, the seemingly tireless work of Reverend Karen, Kristen, and our pastoral care associates in making sure members and people that aren't even members know that they are cared for and part of this community. Our board, so many meetings, so much time to make sure we continue to function and remain healthy. Our simply outstanding caring committee, touching people, providing rides, meals, walking dogs, calling, writing letters. It's truly endless, and often the fellowship of a whole knows nothing about these good works. We have so many Unitarian Universalist ninjas out there. And for all of you that have stretched yourself, learned new skills, Zoom, anyone, I see a wave of creativity and new life breathing here. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. I'm hoping and holding expectant gratitude that we'll stop hiding our light under the bushel so much. Many of you on committees have heard me say that a lot of times. And realize every person gathered here today, in person, on Zoom, that will see it later on YouTube or on Facebook Live. Each and every one of you makes us stronger, more giving, more vital, more creative. Just as one star doesn't make a constellation, we need all of our stars. Our excellence is a part of me and part of you. Every dollar given to share the plate, every juice box for the posse, makes this living flame even brighter. You all strengthen me, give me hope and joy for the future, and for that I am grateful.
Never going to get used to wearing masks. Thank you, Carol. That was magnificent and a nice way to cap our long Thanksgiving weekend. Now is the time in our service for offering up your prayers and concerns. If you're in the Great Hall, feel free to call them out. If you're on Zoom, you can enter them in the chat box. Of note, Reverend Karen has asked me to let you know that Jane Gaw has been in the hospital in the process of making her final passage and died yesterday. Karen has visited with Jane and her family in the last couple of days, offering her support and the support of our UUFNN community. We hold Jane, Bob, their sons and their families in our hearts and in our love during this time. Look for an announcement in the weekly bulletin for the date and time of Jane's memorial service. Now let us begin our own prayer and meditation time.
Pray for the people who live in misery. Pray for the planet, the prairies and the sea. Pray for the family just trying to keep their home. Pray for our children when they are on their own. Pray for the carers and the loving that they bring. Pray for the welfare of every living thing. Pray for the prisoner who's trying to turn their head. Pray for the victims, the ruined and the dead. Pray, pray, we pray, 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 we pray, pray, we pray, pray, we pray. Pray for the people with cancer and with AIDS. Pray for those among us who are living their last days. Pray for the newborn and the mother who gives birth. Pray for the young to save this troubled earth. Pray for better times when all the children will be fed. Pray that we stop fighting about what God has said. Pray for the sun and rain and bless the food we grow. Pray for our bodies and pray for our soul. Pray, pray, we pray, 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 we pray, pray, we pray, pray for the bonds that keep us close together now. May they strengthen over time, include us one and all. Pray for every nation, every language, every face. God bless every one of us and hold us in her grace. Pray for the wisdom to know we're not alone. If it gets dark before we're done, there are others on the road. Pray for ability to see what lies beyond all the illusions we've based our lives upon. Pray, pray, we pray, pray, pray,
And if there are any joys and concerns you'd like to express, now is the time. So we have some new UUs, is that it? Baby UUs. Anyone? Yes. Okay, so someone's improving. Very good. Yes? Oh, no. Well, thank you for sharing. Let us now join together in our gesture of hope and connection. One hand on the heart, the other reaching out in connection as we bless these concerns. May it be so.
When I breathe in,
When I breathe in and I breathe in peace.
when I breathe out,
When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
when I breathe in,
When I breathe in, I breathe in peace.
when I breathe out,
When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
Thank you. Nicely done. And thank you for joining us. Time for our announcements. This is your first time with us. You can learn more about connecting with UUFNN here at www.uufnn.org. If you're taking notes, you can also write down online-connections, but if you just get to the website, you'll find it. To receive our weekly email and other updates from UUFNN, click on the link and our contact card in the middle of the page. If you need help with Zoom or other support, or know of someone who does, or know of anyone feeling isolated who may need connection, contact Carol at the office at uufnn.org. Please stay online to join our informal virtual coffee hour. You'll see an invitation appear on your screen to join a breakout room in groups of 8 to 10 people. If during coffee hour you need help, support, or questions answered, please press the Help button in your breakout room. If you're here in person, please congregate outdoors on the south side of the Grace Hall, or are we letting people, or just stay in here? Fine. Just, don't forget that part. Melanie DeMore will now lead us in the closing song, one foot in front of the other, streaming on video.
Don't leave a sister hanging. You gotta put
One foot in front of the other.
That's a good note to go out on. Did you see the baby? Rocking out in the background. That was so cute. You know, it occurs to me our Thanksgiving service and our focus on gratitude, that in our culture, in this time, gratitude is an act of courage. Courage in action against the avalanche of negativity and terror, systems apparently disintegrating. This is the medicine we need to give ourselves. Let us join together in our traditional gesture, hand to hand, as we end today's service with a poem from Rumi, my fave. In our gathering, one candle lights hundreds. We will light your path and give you courage, so you will open like a flower and join in our joyous laughter. Plant the seed of truth and watch it grow. When it spreads its branches, come with us and sit under the blossoms. Your eyes will open to the secret of truth, and may it be so. Namaste. Thank you for being here.